Hello and welcome to Every Way Woman. Ladies, I know you've heard about the teacher Mark Burnt from the school in South LA. What is going on with LAUSD?
Yeah, there's actually another teacher today that was also arrested from that same school.
Oh,
and
gosh.
I mean, it's very difficult, and I feel bad for the parents as well as the students because they couldn't really know what was going on because law enforcement wanted everything to stay very hush-hush while they did their
well, I have to disagree. I feel bad for those kids, but their parents should have done a better job at teaching their kids not to just let people do anything to them. I mean, he blindfolded those children, and they accepted that.
But you know what? It was all part of a science experiment. So you know, we've had those science experiments where, hey, let's have sensory deprivation. We've had, hey, what's it like to be a blind person?
No, yeah, but you should also go home and tell your mom or your dad what's happening.
Those are just fun things that happen in school.
No, but this is performing a sexually lewd act.
But they didn't know about that.
They didn't know
that.
But
the fact is, this went on for 2 years, ladies, from 2008 to 2010.
And he must have been like, hey, let's taste different cookies every time.
And what else was he doing to them aside from just feeding them and putting cockroaches on their faces? I mean, at the same time, where were the parents' involvement? Like, what are you doing in school today? What did you learn?
Think you can blame. Actually, my husband's an attorney, and he handled a similar case. It wasn't a lewd act, but the teacher got so upset that the students were talking so much that she took tape and wrapped it around their heads and taped all the students. And most of them didn't even tell their parents.
And that's insane. But see, my parents taught me, raised me a certain way, and I mean, I was taught not to have people touch me. Everything.
I understand.
If somebody's feeding you something, what is it that you're eating?
But
I mean, some kids have allergies, so they can't even pass certain things.
But you can't expect a kid to remember all of that. If they thought something was fun and they just went about it on their day,
but on that note, Jackie, I understand what you're saying. But on that note, let me jump in. Some people are blaming the school superintendent. Some people are blaming the principal.
But how can you do that? The principal is in the office with 15 kids who have behavioral problems.
But a lot of people are saying nobody knew about this. This happened for 2 years, and there's another.
Right, because, well, I mean, the parents didn't even know. So how do you expect the teachers to know?
He was pulling out kids.
Exactly.
He was pulling in kids from other schools, or not other schools, but other classes that weren't his students. You know, why doesn't someone know that this teacher is having these kids in his classroom?
And I also blame the teachers union because this particular, even if he's found guilty, he's still going to get his pension, $48,000 a year, plus he's going to get medical care.
I do agree with that part. Is crazy.
I mean, that's outrageous that somebody could be
But what I want to know is
found guilty of a felony.
Where is the outrage? So we have this on the media. Why aren't parents protesting? I'm a mother, you're a mother, you're a mother. What is going on?
There are parents who are pulling their kids out of those schools, and they don't have any other options. A lot of those parents can't afford private school. They can't just automatically put their kids in a private school. That was their option.
But they can teach their kids a little bit better than that.
They can, but where do they go from there? Where do they go from here?
Well, yeah, I mean, the kids are going to have a lot of counseling. A lot of them are going to be messed up for life for this. I mean, that's just insane that nobody knew this was going on. But ultimately, I mean, it falls down, in my opinion, on the parents for not teaching their kids to open their mouths and speak about what's going on.
That is putting way too much pressure on parents.
Because you have to know the teachers have a responsibility. If you're taking their kids out of after-school programs, if I were a teacher, I would say, where are you taking them?
They may have investigated and asked them why he may have given illegitimate reasoning. But if a teacher is sitting in a classroom with 15 to 35 children, they can't just leave because they're going to speculate that one teacher is
Okay, ladies, let me ask you this. How do you feel about having cameras in the classroom?
No, that's too far. You know, just think. I mean,
I don't think it'll do anything, honestly.
Yeah, because no one's going to play it back.
Anybody who's going to have bad behavior is definitely not going to do it with cameras there. So it's not going to. All it's going to do is spend more of the taxpayer money on something that isn't necessary.
Cheap, What about the second accuser? People also knew about that. Is there a connection with the Springer guy they just found?
Well, you know, I wonder with this, you know, do the teachers, did they talk about what was happening? So the guy was like, hey, maybe I should try my own thing. I mean, it's just ridiculous that there are two teachers in the same school, you know, even if they say they are unrelated.
I mean, as a mom, that just scares me with LAUSD. I mean, what is going on?
Well, I think as a mom, you just need to better prepare your child when you send them off.
I think we need to support vouchers, frankly.
Well, thank you, ladies.
They have options.
We got to wrap it up. And please stay tuned with us on Every Way Woman.